Brian, how are you, my friend?
Well, I think this is the biggest case to reflection of the game. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
Yeah.
How are you both and everyone in the chat?
Yeah, we're good, mate. We're good, mate. It's a bit of a slog watching that, wasn't it?
Do you know what? First of all, I have to say, it reminded me of back in the COVID days when there was no one in the stadium. Just like the absolute, like even the commentary team was like, "Did I have to get up this early to be here?"
Yeah.
Look, I will say, pre-season is about preparation, not perfection.
Yeah.
And I would rather we've had pre-seasons before where we've got off to flyers in pre-season, and then the start of the season has been anything but. It wasn't the best watch, without a doubt. But I think there's some questions that were asked, some questions that were answered.
Yeah.
Some positives, some performances that were less than positive.
Yeah.
And hopefully, I think it shows as well that we do need players. It was obvious before, but obviously it's a mix and match team. But I think I listened to you a bit at half time. In fact, I was making a coffee, and thanks to you guys, you let me know that there was only a 5-minute half time, so I had to dart back to go watch the second half. I think Porro was good in the first half.
Yeah.
I think Odobert looked sharp, seeing that he's just come back. And I think Abbott looked really good.
Yeah.
I think Abbott looked really good. Obviously, just coming in because of Bentancur's illness. I think he was a very bright spark. But people like Bergvall, Son, and Richarlison were less than desirable. Oh, and of course Pape Matar striker, bagging in the goals
Pape
for us.
Matar star.
We don't know. You watch. We don't need a striker now. That Pape Matar is going to be converted.
Yeah.
Him and Vuskovic up front for our goals.
Wait, Brian, you said you weren't impressed with Bergvall.
No, first half I thought he was missing. I thought he was really compared. I don't think he's got off to the greatest start, but again he's coming back from an injury. And like I said, pre-season for me is just getting used to Frank's new tactics, styles of play, and building fitness up. So there's nothing to be concerned about with Bergvall.
Do you not think it was a step up though from last week?
Probably, yeah. If you're looking at it that way, probably, yeah. Romero's lucky that there was no bookings, wasn't he?
Oh my days! If that was in the Premier League, that would have gone to VAR. Probably got sent off. Yeah.
I don't even think he goes to VAR, brother. I think it's a strike. The referee would have just gone off. You go. I don't need VAR.
Well, you don't know about these Premier League refs these days.
That's
Who knows?
True. That's true. But like I said, there was a lot more to be desired performance-wise. But like I said, I think it's questions have been asked, and I think he's got some answers to some of them. And obviously, we move on to the Luton game, but wasn't the best of days for Austin, was it?
Yeah, really poor goalkeeping. I mean, 10 times out of 10, he should be saving that.
Yeah.
He gets two hands to it as well, and just goes completely through his body. But look, we need to talk about Sonny. We need to talk about Sonny because last two games have been really poor from him against League One opposition. Just can't seem to beat his man. When he does, I think the passes are too heavy. Just not looking himself, is he?
No, I mean, he looked brighter in the second half. He looked brighter in the second half, but first half. Do you know what? I think when I was watching it, I think I saw him get the free kick for Porro when he had that low shot, and then I can hardly remember him doing anything. And just when you saw him, whether he's still carrying that little back injury that we saw him mentioning after the Reading game, but I think he's out the door. I think he's got one foot out of the club, and if that's what he wants to do, then obviously wish him all the best and thank you for everything you've done as an absolute legend of this football club.
Yeah.
But it's just a shame that some of his final memories is going to be like a pre-season behind closed door performance against Wycombe.
I don't think anyone's going to remember that. I think his final memories will be lifting that trophy.
No, I'm saying his actual final part. This is the final part of it. Obviously, the biggest memory. Not saying this will be his biggest memory. Obviously, what he's done prior. It's just a shame that these performances are right at the tail end. I'm sure he'll get a lot of minutes in South Korea and be more like the son he can be. I also think, do you know what, as well, Ben, you and I have spoken about it, saying that we'd like to see him more centrally under Frank. and see what he can do. And he's been put out on the left, hasn't he? He's just been isolated on the left. So we shall see. But I think Spurs are planning for life after Sun, let's just say.
Yeah, he was struggling today, which was definitely sad. 15 minutes, on 60-something minutes, we got 2 teenagers coming on. What's his name? Thompson,
yeah.
And Tynan Thompson, was it?
Tynan Thompson and Oliver Iro, yeah.
And Oliver Iro. Thompson comes on, within 3 minutes gets an assist. What did you make of the youngsters that made an appearance today?
Well, it was good to see them. I liked it. Obviously, we hadn't seen a lot of them. When you looked at that sub bench, obviously, I didn't recognise a lot of them. I don't think a lot of Spurs fans would, unless you're really invested in the under-21s and watching it constantly. They look bright. What's his name? Williams Barnett looked bright when he came on. And I don't know who that number 70 was but him, if you put him and Vuskovic together, it's like a brick wall. What a size of a human that man is.
Mountain, mate. Pele. His name's Pele.
What a name. There you go.
That's his first name. First name Pele, surname Arganes McDermott.
Oh, wasn't Doherty?
No, not Pele Doherty, no.
No. But he looks an absolute mountain. Listen, it's good to see these youngsters getting a run out. Is people that we haven't seen and don't know about, and they're always going to get a run out. But I think the brightest one that I saw coming on was definitely Abbott. But like you said, Simeon, which player was it that came on and got the assist? I can't remember his name. The one you said. It's a nice way. Like Vuskovic came on, got a goal and assist. Another youngster comes on and gets an assist. So it's good to see. But obviously, we saw Simeon. We were wildly off.
Yes, I mean, what can we do?
I don't know how well we're going to do on the next one. But we shall. Do you know what? I'm actually surprised talking to this. Like we said, I thought we would have maybe seen Gunter in the second half, because remember we were saying about four halves, 4 goalkeepers.
He played 90, didn't he, Austin?
Yeah, and it's a team that was obviously mixed and matched. And then we'll go into this game again, mixed and matched. But I think this shows that we need to get some players out, bring some players in quickly, and then start sorting it. And as I said, pre-season is all about getting it right and making sure the players are understanding what is needed, and also getting their fitness levels up to what is required for the Premier League and the battle ahead on 4 competitions. So nothing much to really complain about. Yes, it could have been a better spectacle. 2-2 draw against Wycombe. Normally you'd go, yeah, do you know what? If this was a League Cup or FA Cup, we'd be going nuts because we're in the full swing of the season. It's pre-season.
Yeah. But look, Brian, the way you got to look at it is that we've played 2 League One oppositions now in pre-season.
Yep.
Got another one coming this afternoon. But then after today, pre-season really ramps up now with the Arsenal, the Filth coming round the corner. Then we play Newcastle in Korea, and then we play Bayern Munich. So 3 really good sides, and you want to see something in those 3 games to suggest we're ready for the season, because I haven't seen that just yet.
Oh no, Ben, I'm 100% with you there. 100% with you. And I think, like we said, I think what we will start seeing out there is a lot of the first teamers playing together and getting, like what Frank has done in this game, 65, 70 minutes. To literally get them ready to go for the PSG and Burnley upcoming games. So yeah, you'd expect it to ramp up. Obviously, the heat and humidity and everything like that with the training, everything gets ramped up as soon as they touch down in South Korea, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's serious FaceTime. It's like, forget this, relax. It's about fitness. It's now about results. And if someone had to say you get a draw against Wycombe and a poor performance, but you get a very good performance against that lot down the road, I think we all take it. No, actually, I don't think we do all take it. So he irons out the wrinkles here. We go on to Luton. We see what happens. And then, like we said, pre-season ramps up and it's go time.
What do you feel about Saar potentially in the 10 or a bit further forward? Got two goals today. Getting into the box, timing his finished runs, getting good finishes. Do you reckon he could be playing more there? Might see him more there?
Well, it'll be an evolution of him, wouldn't it, from a position we wouldn't have thought he'd be in. But I will say with the first goal, and one thing that we have noticed with Saar over the last season, especially in Europe, his runs from deep to see if the goalkeeper parries it or anything, he's more advanced than the striker. So he's got that kind of bit to his game all of a sudden, where his runs to make sure the goalkeeper spills anything, he's there. But again, it's like we said, it's pre-season, it's against Wycombe, but he comes out with 2 goals. And we'll see what happens with him. But again, when it gets to Premier League, we've spoken a lot about our midfield. Still 100% confident MGW will be here. Madison will be there. And then number 10, Sim, you were saying, do you see him being ahead of Kulusevski, Madison, but Gibbs White? Should we play there? I think that number 10 role will be sufficiently filled. But he'll make a push for the 8, won't he? He'll make it for one of them. So, but we'll see what he does again, like we said in South Korea. Sorry, we'll see what goes on when we get there, and all the pressure ramps up, and the intensity of opponent ramps up, quality of opponent. But 2-2, more fitness in legs. Questions asked, some questions answered, and I'm sure I have a lot more questions about the team we're about to see.
Yeah, absolutely. But Brian, always a pleasure. You're about to see this guy's face a lot more. Yeah, if you haven't got tired of him now, you might get tired of him next week. But Brian Daigle will be with me all week next week, talking all things Tottenham, while Sim gallivants around Hong Kong and Korea for the pre-season tour. But Brian, thank you very much for coming on today.